some of it. And then we're going to hop into the Subbox. We're going to hop into the Subbox. What's PlanetSide? The best way I can describe it, it's still playable. It's on the PS4. It'll blow your shit up, but it is on the PS4. I'd recommend playing it on PC though. PlanetSide 2 is think of Battlefield in space, but like on a grand scale. I'm talking about like 2,000 people on screen at once, tanks, planes, soldiers fighting to take spots or whatever, and like there's just this big ass map and you got to conquer the map. But like the trap of PlanetSide 2, and the reason I stopped playing it, once you get it, because I'm not gonna lie, it is cool as hell. It's tanks, there's Gundams in that bitch, planes, helicopters, super soldiers, abilities, and seeing just lasers. It's like playing Star Wars. Seeing these massive fights happen, it is fucking encapsulating. But the trap is, months into it, I got fatigued and I started to realize, I was like, you can't win in that game. There's 3 factions in it and the map is so fucking big. By the time you will spend like 2 hours trying to conquer one area, you get off the game, come back, and another faction conquered that area. So like it's just this vicious cycle of everybody fighting for these areas, and it really comes down to what faction has the most amount of players on at the time. So you could never actually win in PlanetSide. That's why I stopped playing that shit. The game never ends. It's just the rinse and repeat. And once that connected for me, the allure of the epic battles kind of wore off, because eventually you do want to win, and it just never felt possible. If I could consult the company that's working on, if they decide to do a PlanetSide 3, I'd be excited. If they decided to do a PlanetSide 3, I think a workaround for that is, if they go with the big map and the big battles again, they should make it to where if your team captures an area of the map, that area of the map is locked for at least like 24 hours, something like that, like a certain set point of time. So then you can actually get a fighting chance to coordinate and actually take over the whole map. But because nothing was ever locked down, it just made it impossible to win. Yo, shout out to Absmooth with the sub. Appreciate it. It's a metaphor for war. That's real. War never changes. Hell is Us. This looked kind of like a Soulsy horror type of game. It looked pretty cool.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belatet. I'm the creative director and the art director on Hell is Us. I hope you enjoyed the trailer that you've seen recently.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The way he said "Hell is Us," it sounded like he said, "I'm the director of Hella Sus."
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belatet. I'm the creative director and the art director on Hell is Us. I hope you enjoyed the trailer that you've seen recently. Today we're back in the spotlight.
I heard he's responsible for Deus Ex. Oh shit!
You've seen in the trailer, and I hope that you will enjoy this part greatly.
Who ready to play Hella
Sus? Let's start with the basics. So Hell is Us is set to be released in 2025.
You gotta enunciate that is
everything. X, PlayStation 5, and
he's doing a YouTuber playthrough.
So the game is a bit of a take back to games from the 1990s. We're a team of passionate people. The average on the team is like 20 years of development experience. So we're from a different generations.
This is a definite exclusive, right? I don't know.
Were made and how they were played and experienced, especially the fact that there was no hand holding, there was no silver plattering. You kind of had to figure stuff out by yourself. You were really in control of your exploration and your own.
That's gonna rub some people the wrong way. You're gonna have to really explore, guys. No waypoints.
Discoveries, and this is what we're trying to do in Hell is Us. Obviously with modern flair and kind of like modern knowledge of game design and whatnot, but very much put you back in the driver's seat of your experience and of your exploration, and then the result. And
no yellow paint for climbing.
Discoveries. So Hell is Us takes place in a country called Hadia. Hadia is in the grips of a vicious civil war. You play the role of Remy. Remy is actually
Remy LeBeau.
He was born there, but his mom smuggled him out at the age of 5, like it sometimes happens in those countries. And what I mean by that is Hadia is a hermit state, is a turtle state. It's completely closed off on itself.
North Korea.
Goes out. Nobody comes in, and that's why Remy's mom decided to smuggle him out so he can have a better life. He grew up in the foster home system.
I hated the fact there was no map in Wukong, not gonna lie. Yeah, but Wukong was also frustrating because there was a ton of invisible walls. So it looked like you could go somewhere and you couldn't, and then there's no map. You can get away with no map depending on how good the exploration is.
To come back to Hadia, he wants.
Also, we don't know if there's gonna be a big map. I just don't think there's a mini map. I don't know how this is gonna play. We'll see.
His parents, again, he wants to kind of like confront them. Questions for them. He understands why they abandon him, but yet, you know, abandonment is pretty much the biggest trauma that a child can have. And there's like a loop that hasn't been closed properly for him towards this situation and his parents. When the game starts, Remy has finally been able to infiltrate Hadia during the brutal.
I don't want to hear all these story spoilers. I want to see the gameplay. There's a lot of walking. Let's get to the actual. I want to see some of this combat. Yeah, there we go.
Hell is us. So, like I said, combat is an integral part of the game.
I need game developers to stop fucking. I don't know how y'all feel, but stop telling me every aspect of the story. Let me play the game. Like, I just want to see how the game plays, bro.
I want to emphasize now that we're not a Souls-like game. The game is a lot more mid-core. It's have fun, get in it, and hack and slash. It doesn't mean it's easy. It's not overly hard. There's a learning curve. There's subtleties. There's little things that we've invented just for the flair and the flavor of Hell is Us. It's very crunchy. I think the friction is pretty good.
Yo, what did you just say, dude? First of all, you keep calling the game hella sus, and then you said your gameplay is crunchy. Nigga, what? This nigga tasting the code of the game and shit. This nigga tasting this nigga, bro.
So there's a wide variety of
crunchy gameplay is crazy.
So we have kind of like the more common enemy type, which we call the Hollow Walker. So it's these kind of humanoid, bipedal, white enemies that you can see here with the holes in their faces.
It's crazy because he's saying this is not Souls-like, but I don't know. This looks very Souls-like to me. I can't get over this nigga said the gameplay is crunchy. What is it? We play Hell is Us or eating Cookie Crisp, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? But this looks very Souls-like to me. Maybe what he meant to say is it's not as hard as Souls. Maybe it's like a Star Wars type of level of difficulty, but this looks very Soulsy to me.
Chests and whatnot. So obviously there's a reason why they're called Hollow Walkers, and there's different types of them and different kind of tiers of strength and powers. But when you're facing pretty much the biggest threats in the game, it's what we call like a dual entity. So it's like a Hollow Walker has a haze inside of it. So it's when the haze is present. I'm not going to get into the details right away of what
magic abilities
represents. It's all part of the lore and what you will figure out in the game. But when you're facing a combo like these dual entities, and it can go to like 3 of them, 4.
Hot take, Dark Souls is the best and worst thing to happen to the games industry. I feel like what you're trying to say is you feel like the market's been saturated with too many Souls-like games. If you want to argue that, I'll let you argue that. But like your hot take, I don't know if I agree with that. There are way worse things that happen to the industry. Like, that's the hill you want to die on? I don't know, man. I could argue live service games have done way more damage to gameplay design, creativity, the economics of games. It's ruined the economics of games. Like, I don't agree with that one. I think live service games have done more damage than anything. Battle Pass, well, Battle Pass falls under that. That's why I said live. If you take the word live service and you turn it into, like, you put it on a bulletin board, right? And like the word live service is the head honcho, right? It's the mob boss. Under it, the underbosses is going to be microtransactions, loot crates, battle passes. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could break it down into a whole entire crime family tree. That was like live service games have done so much damage. DLCs, yeah. And then after that, you can go into the gameplay mechanics. Horse armor.
Fervents and different types like that. But that's what
I get what you're saying. Like,
the combat system.
It feels like there's too many coming out.
All the tools and techniques at your disposal. The drone has tons of skills to.
I feel like this is just a popular thing that'll go away eventually.
Sidekick to help you in fighting.
And the reason. Yeah, see, like, I feel like Souls games are just really popular right now, but they'll go away eventually because that's how trend. Like, you remember when every game had grappling hooks? There's always like a trend, right? But the thing about live service games, though, and why they're so problematic, them bitches is not going anywhere as long as they continue. We just read Fortnite had its biggest year ever. When I read that, that's so problematic. Oh my God, another 10 years of Fortnite? Yeah, it's a fad. That's the live service games. Live service games are the devil. They are the fucking devil, dude.
He's not a sidekick in the sense where he talks and he has a
GTA and Fortnite won't fold. Oh yeah, GTA 6. That's gonna do some damage. GTA 6, bro. When GTA 6 comes out, we're not getting GTA 7 for at least 15 years, 20. Because it's been like 15 since the last one came out.
Protocol to do this crowd management for the combat. You have your different weapons. You have your limbic skills, attack to weapons, which is basically you consider as your magic. Even though in the game it's not considered magic, there's kind of like a scientific base to them. But that's when you really need to master all the little subtle.
This combat does look pretty cool.
Use all the tools in your arsenal and at your disposition, and get in the melee with these kind of dual or triple or quadruple entities, and being able to manage them and be victorious.
Looks interesting, but not impressed so far. I'm not blown away. This is the type of game I would play if there's nothing else at the moment.
Limbic entity that,
but it looks cool enough.
Hazes attached to the Hollow Walker. That's when it gets really complex. It gets very overwhelming because you're alone, but you got your trusty little cat. So you need to use.
Games get better when things change. Live. Yes, that's a great way of putting it. Games get better when things change. Live service is the antithesis of that. Meaning like that's what I'm arguing too. Live service games stifle creativity. Why tap into your game development studio and tell them we need something creative that's going to push boundaries and inspire people to try our game when we can just drop a new Doctor Doom skin? And here's the best part. Not only can we just drop a new Spider-Man skin. Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse? We can drop 1 million Spider-Man skins. We're going to do Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Black Suit Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom, Spider-Man 2099, Gwen, Miles Morales, fucking Agent Venom. Like, it keeps fucking going, and they can do. I'm telling you, live service games are the devil.
You can extract an entity, either a haze or a hollow walker. You can use the forge.
It's a money cheat code.
Favorite. You also have the typhoon. You have the super dash skill, which is another one of my favorites. So you can start dashing sideways, forward, backwards, really, really fast. It gives you like this Japanese action game style. And then you also have your limit.
Yeah, marketing and cabin. Yeah, you know what it is. That's a good. I'm sorry, I keep pausing this video, but like this is a good conversation. I think that's a great point to focus. The reason live service games are the devil is because live service games promote at its core, capitalism is a good idea, promote creativity, competition for the best products, the best prices, right? Capitalism becomes a problem when that human element of greed gets involved. And the problem with live service games is it appeals to the worst aspect of capitalism, which is greed. It goes back. Why make a new game? We can do Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, 2049, Venom. Let's get a Daredevil skin in there. Then we're going to do the Matt Murdock Daredevil skin. Well, why not do a Foggy skin too? Nigga, who wants to play? It's Foggy. It appeals to the worst parts of capitalism, which is greed. But if you take that shit out the equation, it forces these studios and developers to be creative, which in turn gives you a better product at a better price. But, new season of Fortnite coming, I guess.
It's in the game, and you need to attach them to your weapons. And this is
Foggy is goated. I'll get him, man. Fuck Foggy.
That allow you to take care of these enemies in much more powerful and kind of like impressive ways.
Don't let Fortnite put out a new emote for Daredevil where that nigga actually. You remember which one was it? Which Marvel movie was it where Daredevil caught the was it the last Spider-Man movie where he caught the brick? And he was like, what kind of lawyer are you? Don't let this nigga Daredevil get an emo where he just randomly catches a brick. $20. They're making billions. Oh my God. I gotta get this shit because motherfuckers can't control themselves.
X and the sound effects all come together and give
Spider-Pig skin.
Bang that we all like and love.
Mech Spider-Man. What's her name? Pity Parker.
Pause from the combat and let's go back to the investigation and the exploration. So, like I said, there's
the only solution is to stop buying facts, but
kind of like fly by wire.
People can be easily manipulated.
Figure out what your kicker is. What I mean by kicker is what you're supposed to achieve at this specific moment, what you're actually looking for,
exploration,
where to look for it, and how to look for it. Right? Remy and the players are at a ratio of information which is 1-1.
It's an Akasama.
That's another, you guys are actually, the chat is being high IQ. That is another great point about why live service games are the devil. Not only do they appeal to the worst part of capitalism, but at any point, like Jay Nico said, at any point, if EA wants to turn off Apex Legends servers, they can. You know what? This game isn't making us enough money. Turning these servers off. Now you can't play the game. That's not the case for single player games. When the game comes out and it's on the disc, you play the game and enjoy it. Live service games also give too much power to the publisher. they can get. I mean, and we're already seeing it with that bullshit ass racing game from Ubisoft. They pulling it off hard drives and shit like that. The Avengers. That is why these companies keep pushing these live service games. It is a money glitch. It allows them to control who has access. And they don't have to be creative. They don't have to compete. And like I always say, fuck these corporations, make them compete for your dollar.
It's quite a ways.
The Crew, yeah, that's the game I was thinking of, The Crew. And the worst part is they're targeting the kids. So hopefully,
help you a bit.
I'm tired of watching this shit. It looks decent though. Hopefully, we went into a whole tangent. Hopefully, at least I gave some of y'all some food for thought. I'm not saying you can't play live service games because I'm guilty of playing them myself. I liked Apex. But after about 2 years, I said, I'm done with this game, bro. You gotta get to a point like, you know what? Maybe I should try something new. You can't complain there's nothing new and then not buy what's new. There is stuff that's new, but you're too busy going to fucking Aldi's, Ralph's, whatever other fucking grocery store you go to, Sam's Club, buying big bags of ice and putting it on the PS4 to ruin everybody's day. What's in the sub box? Tell that to Overwatch players. Overwatch niggas are a lost cause. Them niggas are losers. They're some of the biggest losers in the gaming community. First of all, Overwatch 2 was never 2. It was barely any new content in it, and the new content they did promise, it never came out. Y'all still playing the game. That's what I mean when I say be a good consumer. You're still. It's just something about this game I can't get off of it. Be a fucking adult. Be an adult. You said not ice. They are icing the PS4. This guy's making a good point on sparking in his video. Wait, what's this? Slander? 13 minutes. Hey, what's the good part? Why Dragon Ball Sparking Zero feels so familiar and not in a good way? What's the oh man, this shit 13 minutes, dude. Let's see. Playback 1.5. Said chill, bro. We got the 1.5 this shit. Hey, Chala is Obama.
Show the same scene. Goku and Vegeta battling it out in a Utah-looking desert. It's a classic clash that took DBZ into the modern era. And with the new engine, you can likely pick out which one is the newest game, Sparking Zero. But which one is the second newest?
Hey, I ain't gonna. Hey, this nigga kind of talking, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I really can't. Hey, but I'm an asshole when I say, oh yeah, this guy, man, he might get a sub. I'm an asshole when I bring this shit up. It does. I was like, I'm not really that excited for this game. It does kind of look the same. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Gameplay faster, smoother, tighter, closer.
This is some good editing.
Besides the graphics, it's almost impossible to tell. And that's a problem. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is looking to switch up the DBZ Arena Fighter formula. The truth is, it fails to switch up the formula at all. There have been well over 100.
I actually really hope this game is good. Like, the anime, the not get a haircut in 6 months, ashy ass anime community niggas who wear Hawaiian Dragon Ball t-shirts to conventions community. They really need a W, man. So I really hope this game is good. But if it's not, I'm still going to have a good time because I'm also going to hit you with the
in the DBZ franchise. From the sublime to the absurd. But when Dragon Ball started using a boilerplate arena fighter template back in 2002 with the introduction of the Budokai series, the franchise
I will be going on a tangent.
Time chamber. With over 20 different DBZ arena fighters released in the past 20 years, Sparking Zero promises to be more of an exercise in nostalgia than an actual competitive fighting game.
But he's got a new hat.
Dragon Ball fans deserve better. Full disclosure,
Agreed.
I've been a huge
Agreed.
Dragon Ball fan since I stumbled across it on Spanish Access Television when I was 10 years old.
His editing is fire.
Dragon Ball. It means more to me than any other animated franchise. I name my cat Piccolo and sometimes dress him up like Lord Beerus. That's why I need Dragon Ball Z to do better. Looking back on the past is comforting, but we can't live in it forever. We deserve either a transformative leap forward for the series or a sequel to the only transcendent Dragon Ball game over the last decade. I played Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and, unfortunately, my fears were confirmed. This is deja vu all over again. Now,
Said this game, I said, it looks good, it looks decent, but I don't know if this game's going to survive more than a month. He said he played it, 2 million subscribers. He said this the same shit. Like I said, if this game gets a 6 out of 10, I'm not going to slander it if it gets a 7 or higher. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But if this game gets a 6 or lower, I will be going on a tangent. Just know, I will be going on a funny-ass tangent about you stinky-ass convention niggas, bro. But we're going to let it rock.
Sparking Zero graphics are the best they've ever been. And I applaud
and then I'm going to hit y'all with the, I told you, but I'm an asshole when I bring this stuff up. I've been gaming my whole life. I'm not trying to squander on anybody's hopes and dreams.
Destructible environments and trees that sway when hit with key power, but graphics alone do not make a game. When you dissect the match, it's much lower than it looks. Real impact and damage is far apart, and it doesn't have the back and forth, keep them guessing momentum battles of top fighting games. We're seeing stagnation in the gameplay sphere, where Sparking Zero is extremely similar to the last several dozen Dragon Ball Arena fighters.
Probably didn't fight in the
return
buildings.
of the
Oh, the fuck.
than a new spin on Dragon. Updated graphics.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not, dude. This nigga probably didn't even fight in the building. He's like, that's the real peak of game. Like, what?
Controls. And I need to talk about
Oh,
this.
shit.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to be one of the Z fighters, turn elsewhere, because the controls are not great. Dragon Ball is at its best when it delivers on fighting and yelling, and Sparking Zero does have a dedicated yell button. Yelling makes your special bar max out, and then you can pull off bigger moves and Kamehamehas, but it comes at the cost of pacing. Powering up freezes you in place while your special bar fills up, leaving you vulnerable to attack. Sure, that's part of DBZ, but it still makes the game feel clunky, and here's why. It's because the controls are too complex for casuals, but not technical enough for hardcore gamers. It's been 20 years since Dragon Ball Budokai 1, and transitioning from ground to air combat is still awkward. Locking on doesn't feel right. Ascending and descending could be streamlined, and it's not always clear if you whiffed a beam because of something you did, or if you just weren't on the right plane. You might even find yourself fighting underwater, but doesn't slow you down or change anything at all.
The art looks really fire, the
completely
graphics
different
right
filter.
there.
The best fighting games, like Street Fighter, Tekken, and Under Night In-Birth, feel like you're mimicking character motion, gathering power, and pushing a button to release it. There's an emphasis on frame advantage, timing, and spacing that can mean the difference between victory and defeat. It becomes more of a dance at a higher level. Meanwhile, Sparking Zero feels like you're controlling a tank from very far away, and it's frustrating. Even the best fighting games can sometimes devolve into button mashing, but this is so counterintuitive that it borders on parody, which, hey, might be appropriate. Have you ever watched a Dragon Ball fight?
I don't know if that's a fair criticism, to be 100% fair. I don't know if it's fair to compare what this is in comparison to more to like traditional fighters, which are more technical. This is supposed to be more of a spectacle game. So like that aspect of like kind of the intricacies of it, I don't know if I agree with that. The controls thing can be subjective too. Like that's something I would have to get my hands on and feel for myself. But I don't know if that's a fair comparison.
It's all fast punches that don't hit, a knockdown, and a beam to finish it. It's awesome to watch. But when you're watching Goku punch so fast that those frames repeat, or is moving faster than your eyes can clock, that's primarily so animators don't have to draw as much. But it doesn't translate well to gameplay. Playing it is a different beast. It sucks all the energy out of something that, in the anime, was deliberately paced that way to save budget. So, what does Sparking Zero have going for it? Well, for one, there's a huge roster. Unfortunately, there's almost no character differentiation. A lot of the characters share animations and combos. Functionally, there are probably closer to a dozen or so character types, and that's being generous.
To be fair, though, this is where I say, like, people swear I hate this game. I'm being objectively fair. You can't complain that Goku does a Kamehameha like Master Roshi. Nigga, that's where he learned it from. And then Gohan learned it from Goku and Goten. Like, so yeah, there are going to be characters that have the same moves because contextually that makes sense. Now, if they would have did the opposite, fucking Goten is running around throwing Destructo Discs like Krillin, you'd be bitching. This is not lore accurate. So like, I don't know if that's a fair complaint. I don't know about that one.
With 182 slots, who's champion at the bit to play characters like Nail and Kakunsa? If they're gonna go all out, I want some crazy characters. Bulma in a robot, Taco Shirt Krillin, World Tournament announcer, Farmer with a shotgun.
Agreed.
Tribute to Toriyama by having one of his self-inserts be playable. There's an aspect of power scaling in Sparking Zero that's supposed to reflect the show's lore. Someone like Super Saiyan Blue Goku hits several times harder than Yamcha, which he well should, but that's a poor substitute for balance. Other games represent power differential matchups by showing different moves and impact. Still, because every Sparking Zero character feels the same with only slight differences, the best we can hope to get is the occasional character-specific power-up animation. But exploring a bunch of different martial arts styles, whether it's MMA or drunken boxing, brings life into fighting games. Street Fighter 6 launched with 18 characters. For the most part, they played differently and oozed with unique styles.
Okay, I see what he's saying there. Like from like an energy, like a Kai energy, like beam, like for context and lore, a lot of them characters are gonna have to have the same moves. But like from like a hand-to-hand standpoint, I can see what he's saying. If every character plays the same from a physical standpoint, that could be kind of like annoying. Where they could have maybe explored different martial arts styles for different characters. Because I mean, even Vegeta and Goku have different like stances and like fighting styles. But I gotta get my hands on it.
Grapplers, rushdown characters, zone types, stance types, and a bunch more. Chun-Li has a different philosophy behind her than Zangief and demands a different playstyle. This doesn't really seem to be the case in Dragon Ball, where all characters are slight variations of Goku. Sparking Zero only has two archetypes, normal and big. It's not an entirely new mechanic, but it was a bit different to play as Uzaro Vegeta, a giant ape form that moved very slowly and had harder punches. but the controls are so
That looks
floaty and
awful to
tanky to
play.
begin with, it felt more frustrating than anything. So once you've played one character, you've basically played them all. Dragon Ball
need
Z
a
games might be
demo?
all about fighting and yelling, but Dragon Ball as a whole is so much more. And the games have a hard time bringing that sense of fun and confidence to the forefront. Goku himself was heavily influenced by Journey to the West. With his monkey tail, super strength, and martial arts abilities, as well as his mischievous nature, Goku is a modern-day Sun Wukong. As a matter of fact, Sun Wukong translates to Sun Goku in Japanese, and the first Dragon Ball series especially reflects that. It's far more grounded and focused on exploration. There are moments along the way that would be perfect for a new game. For all the talking cats and horny sidekicks Goku might come across, there's a sense of world building that's missing when it's conveyed solely through punching. The anime hinges on big moments in relationships, like escaping the Red Ribbon Army with Bulma, or meeting Yamcha for the first time, or just how many bonds were formed during the first World Martial Arts Tournament. This game strips out all the context for these deep, meaningful friendships the Z family is built on. I don't fault Sparking Zero for being one thing, or turning it into a gameplay type, but Dragon Ball is many things. You might think, well, Sparking Zero has a dedicated story mode, but at this point we've seen it. Dragon Ball games tread the same ground until it's paved over. The Game Boy games, Legacy of Goku...
To be fair, though, they're letting you create your own stories, though. My whole argument about this game has been that, like, I just don't see it lasting long. I feel like it's more nostalgia than anything because it's been so long since the last one. But, like, I've always argued, like, I think it'll be an okay game. Nothing mind-blowing, but it'll be okay. I feel like he's kind of nitpicking the game a little bit.
But had Goku punching wolves. Kakarot retold the Z story in its entirety. Xenoverse retold the story with some what-if and time travel elements and included a somewhat lacking create a character. Sparking Zero also has a story mode, but it'll be thin because we've seen it before. Where are the well-thought-out stories that challenge the player's perceptions rather than regurgitate it? Heck, where's the story of Dragon Ball pre-Z? How far will we get in the manga? Will we get manga-only characters like Moro? Why not play through some of the less loved but still incredible movies like Super Android 13, or have Janemba's Hell as a stage? What about a baseball mode? There's so much ancillary content in the Dragon Ball world that is ripe for an adaptation that, unfortunately, will be left out for the greatest hits. And it could be a better love letter and feel like less of a money grab if they were acknowledged. Instead, we just get Frieza blowing up Krillin for the millionth time. In my opinion, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a much better use of the license and still has a robust, dedicated fan base after 6 years.
I do agree with this. I would have preferred to get a Naruto Fighters. Shit, I would have took a One Piece fighter. Although fuck One Piece, but yeah, I would have preferred a sequel, either Dragon Ball Fighters 2, Naruto Fighters, something, bro.
Ultimately, a sequel to that series would be a better overall direction for It's had just one new release and a handful of DLC over the last 6 years, and is a fresh take on the series, which is weird considering it's a 2D fighter. It's fast-paced and competitive, so much so that it had a presence.
Why fuck One Piece? I just like fucking with One Piece fans. I tried to watch it, it just wasn't for me. I will say that the most annoying thing about One Piece is the fan base. Like, I get it, you guys love the show, but I hate when people tell me, oh, just give it 300 more episodes and it gets good. It's like One Piece fans don't understand the concept of respecting people's time. Like, if you have the time to watch all that, I believe you that it got good. I'm just not gonna wait for that. I enjoyed Naruto from beginning to end, but I'm good off the wait 300 episodes and shit. I'm good off that.
6 years. There are 44 characters, and for the most part,
you just have to respect that.
Include some fighting game archetypes that aren't present in arena fighters. It's relatively balanced with only a few insanely OP characters, but they literally just released a patch for that, and the graphics are still gorgeous. It needs more stages, and the menus are clunky. That's true for most Dragon Ball games. Some moments that evoke nostalgia, like Gohan and Goku's iconic father-son Kamehameha, would be a whole-ass level in a Budokai game. Why can't the Budokai series just give the fans what we all came to see from the jump? FighterZ does the same thing in special moves that only last a few seconds. There's so much more.
Yeah, I just want a traditional fighting style DBZ game instead of an arena fighter. Yeah, traditional fighting games have more depth, which means more content. It's more things to strive for. The reason arena fighters are so boring and they die, every single fucking arena fighter dies out within like a month, is because there's no depth to it. Every single one of them is the same. The 3D camera, you mash the X button to do your basic attack, the Y button to do your heavy attack. If it's Naruto, you just mash B to do every fucking combo. And then you hold down the trigger and you hit either left trigger X, left trigger Y, left trigger B, left trigger A, and that'll do a special attack if you have enough key energy. That shit is fucking boring. But like a traditional fighter, there's way more depth. And it's kind of like what he said with like the archetype stuff. When there's different archetypes, you have to adjust your playstyle to that. And it also means that you have to learn different types of things. It's just, I don't know if I agree with him. Because it's sounding like he wants this game to be more of like a traditional fighting game. Where my argument with these 3D arena fighters is I would like to see them evolve and have more depth to them. Like, I'm cool with it being a 3D arena fighter. My stance has always been I want to see them improve. I feel like this genre has more to offer, but you know, the average anime gaming playing nigga, they wear Hawaiian t-shirts to fucking panels and don't wash their ass, so they don't know what's a good game, you know?
More to mine there. That going back to Arena Fighters for another release.
What did you think of Dragon Ball Fighters? I thought it was pretty good.
The games industry has a bad habit of releasing rinse and repeat sequels, and we tend to reward it by buying every new sports game.
At least it's not woke. Everything's woke. What are you talking about?
It has a different story every time, but Dragon Ball still retreads familiar ground. Want to see Goku sacrifice via special beam cannon in the Saiyan saga? Here it is, but you can switch to a first-person camera this time. Ultimately, Dragon Ball needs something more artful in execution. Whatever the Dragon Ball equivalent to slow...
Shinobi Strikers got crazy attack, but it feels weird. Shinobi Strikers had potential. I did kind of like that game. The problem with Shinobi Strikers was the camera was ass. But I commend them. They did try something different, and I did enjoy it for a couple months. But the camera was so bad, it was just hard to stay on that game. I feel like he made some points, but I also feel like he was yapping here. I feel like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is going to be a game you have to get on your hand. You got to get in your hands and play for yourself. I feel like when the reviews drop for this game, it's going to be mixed reviews. You're going to probably see some 8s, maybe even some 9s. But I think you're also probably going to see some 6s and some 7s, maybe even a 5. I feel like the reviews for this game are going to be all over the place, and it really depends on the player and their tolerance for the arena fighter genre. So we'll see. We'll see. But he definitely didn't play the story because somebody just uploaded footage of Goku surviving a special beam cannon in the story mode. Yeah, he didn't bring up how you can do the custom story mode stuff, which I think is pretty cool. 8 max. Yeah, I feel like I said maybe a 9. I feel like the highest scores I would see is maybe an 8, 8.5. But yeah, it felt kind of like a Ninja and Shinobi Strikers. It was pretty cool, and like the team aspects of it and stuff. Let's see what we got in Subbox. Let's see what we got in I don't think we have anything too interesting. Unreal Engine stuff. Unreal Engine Mega Light Tech Demo. You gonna play the new Zelda game? I was looking for a copy actually today. It's been hard to find a copy. They didn't have any on fucking Amazon. I found some near the Best Buy near me. So next time I'm over there, maybe like this weekend or something, I might get a copy of it. I don't know if I'll stream it because I don't have a Zelda audience, but for myself, I would probably get it and just be playing it all stream. Maybe like one stream. Valorant, who gives a fuck? You gonna play the Throne and Liberty game? I've seen pretty mid reviews about that shit. You like it, Dust? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Season 3. What the fuck are you talking about? King Kong Survivor? What? Predator Hunting Grounds official PS5 trailer. We got new Suicide Squad. Yo, the reviews for Joker 2 came out. They saying that shit basura, bruh. Basura. Everything to know about. Let me see if they can sell me on this game. Okay. Outer Pass trailer. Yeah, Season 3. Ooh, what? Is that everything? Okay, where's that Suicide Squad? First off, before we watch the Season 3 trailer for the new character Suicide Squad, let's get a Suicide Squad update here. Squad Steam DB. What up, Siggy? Yeah, the reviews for the Joker 2 I've been seeing nothing but negative reviews on my time. Whoa! 224 players online, peaked at 248. The numbers are up. Last I checked, they had like 100 people in there. Oh, shit. Look, see, there's a spike in the charts. Suicide Squad's back, chat. Suicide Squad's back. About to have a big boom in Season 3. Let's go. Season 3.
So, I'm lawless.
That's sad. You're hating,
I already
Siggy.
know what I'm about. But luckily for newbies, this is a good jumping on point. I did the whole Robin Hood thing in Gotham a while. That iceberg lounge party heist. Me and...
I heard Transformers is fire.
Now, Metropolis is under siege, and it's being suppressed in media.
Who is Lawless?
I had to get in there and do something. Okay, I had some help from the Suicide Squad. Thanks, Dad Shot. Anyway, Brainiac's been doing this mega
Shot.
stick across multiple dimensions. So
It's
I've been
Deadshot's daughter?
documenting and making plans. Unlike some people. We'll work on that when they get here. So, where is here? I mean, look at this. What even is this, Brainiac? Actually, first,
not?
I
Okay.
have something to show y'all straight from Brainiac's lab. Whoa! Oh, I'll be back. we're supporting some great.
Where's the gameplay?
Mods, drop the info links.
There's no
Message
gameplay.
is for Deadshot, Floyd Lawton. Hey, Dad, it's me, Zoe, which you know.
It is her dad. What?
Obviously.
I don't know this
So
character.
I broke a few rules, but I had very valid reasons. Okay, Columbus, some cool Catwoman memorabilia, and I found your favorite space cop. If you can be cool about it. Listen, things are spicy,
Baby
and I
Ink Squad.
shouldn't do it alone. So you know, come pick me up.
All right, let's do some research here. Lawless DC Comics. I don't know this character. Is this a new character? Lawless New Earth. Lawless was a member of the Suicide Squad during World War II. It was originally a dude? Let's see, let's go here. Lawless is a member of the Suicide Squad during World War II. That's it? That's the history of the character? Am I looking at the right character? They picked a fucking nobody? Is that why I don't know who this is? Who the fuck is this, man? The Lawless League. No, what? Who? What? Who is this, dude? Who? Lawless DC Comics powers. Can we get a? See, this is where Variant Comics. I need you to drop a video. Who the fuck is Lawless? It's an original character? What? Why would you do that? If you, is it really? No, because there was a. If your game is struggling to sell, why would you put a no-name character in the Suicide Squad? Knowing you have this rich history of villains to choose from the DC universe, you picked a nigga, a World War II veteran. We could have got anybody in the DC universe. You got Paw Paw, who stormed the beaches of Normandy. Paw Paw, and and then they turned Paw Paw into a black woman. Yo, they're about to scream DEI woke. Oh my god. Try to look up Zoe Lawton, his daughter. Okay, Zoe Lawton. Zoe Lawton, Prime Earth. Is this it? DEI Lawless. Okay. Zoe Lawton is the daughter of the late Floyd Lawton, also known as Deadshot. Okay, here we go. It was a white woman. Now she's black. Oh shit. Powers and abilities. Firearms and archery. So, the game that's struggling to sell that already features Deadshot with guns, the next DLC character is his daughter with guns. You can't make this shit up, dude. This is so bad. This is so bad, man. Who is advising? Yo, we got to start the consulting company. Who is you niggas could put Bane in the game? Like, yo, I would have took Polka Dot Man at this point. I would have took Polka Dot Man. What is this? Oh my God. So they don't got Deadshot. They got She-Shot. Let them do it. It's ironic. Like, this is the character, the new character with guns is going to get the game killed. I don't know, man. I watched it earlier. There's gameplay, but you got to search for it on YouTube. Is it leaked gameplay? Because I can't show that. Lawless gameplay. Suicide Squad. You know who consulted it. Yeah, I can't defend this shit. I can't. Lawless joins the Suicide Squad season 3. They uploaded the whole. It's out. They uploaded the ending already. What? Do y'all care if I show this? Y'all care if I show this? This is fucking crazy, dude. Oh shit. They said no. This is fucking insane. Only 200 people playing it, so they don't care. All right, let's watch the ending, man. Fuck it.
Tell Waller
Why is it not
we're
playing?
not letting her do that to my any kid. Any more kids.
Welcome to Task Force X, Zoe Lawton.
Ugh, here we go.
This is low. Even for you, Waller. She...
Hello? I'm right here? Ugh, that is so like you to go right past me.
I haven't asked anyone to do anything I wouldn't do myself in this situation. I certainly haven't compromised my morals. Maybe you're just projecting.
Zoe is 13 years old. You can't just...
Dad!
She's 13? Her character model looks older.
I'm 18.
Oh, never mind. She's
This
18.
is my choice, okay?
Concord
I'm
DLC.
doing what feels right, which I thought you'd be all about. And I definitely do know what I'm getting into, okay?
Yeah, girl. Don't let your dad tell you what to do, you rebel.
Your dad's right. You can't go making life-altering decisions like that. I didn't listen to my old man.
DEI
You want
shot.
to end up like me?
Have you ever even seen the bomb in your heads? Because I've gone over full schematics, and according to my information, y'all are the ones who let a shady government agency strip you entirely of your rights. You let them inject you with a thing you didn't understand. Like, at all. And you ran headfirst into literally an
I don't think they had a choice, to be
war
fair.
zone. Like, with explosion and destruction and everything.
She sounded like the Kanye of fucking DC Comics, bro. Y'all chose to be slaves. Like, that's not how it works, shorty. Maybe dad is right.
Defense?
You don't know what you're talking about.
I thought it was the best way to see you again. These fools...
Dad! Please, this is important. Okay, your bodily autonomy, right? I mean, what is even keeping you here?
Ooh, largely fear of our boss. And you, progeny of Floyd Lawton, why do you fight?
How many people get to say that they robbed an alien colonizer right under his nose and then kicked his ass? Basically.
Yo, who wrote this shit? I hate this, man. The Go Woke Go Pro crowd is gonna have a field day. I can't stomach this, man. This writing is bad, dude. This is bad. This is pandering, boy. Oh my god. My bodily autonomy. And then she said the alien colonizers. Oh my god. This was not written by a black person. There's no way. There's no way a black person wrote this shit, dude. Like, all right, so we're gonna put a sister in the game with some nice hair. It's gonna be flowing, and she gonna be a strong black man, a woman, and she gonna come in and defy the black man. Cause that's what the black community likes, for the sisters to come in and just disrespect the black man. That's what they like. And then when she's done disrespecting the black man, who also happens to be her father, we're gonna say the aliens are colonizing. Cause that's what black people say. Everything's colonized. Like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? This is what I gotta give it to him. I hate this shit, dude. We gotta get off this. That's bad writing. That's bad writing, dude. You just gave them ammo. That's bad writing. It's one of those cases where there's smoke, there's fire. You said read the comments. Hold up. How do I bring back how do I bring back the old tab? Just pack the whole game away. Just pack it up. That shit is corny. How do I bring out shift control T? Let's see. Let's see. Let's read the comments. I hate you, sweet baby. Jesus Christ, this is bad. Why is she yelling at them for getting a bomb injected in them and losing all their... That's what I'm saying. Like, what is that about? Like, it's the fucking Suicide Squad. Teenagers, am I right? Everything about this screams sweet baby. Like I said, they gave him ammo on this one. This is even worse than Karen Freeze. They're is that what they're calling the girl, Mr. Freeze? Karen Freeze? That's good. I have no comment. I gotta let the rock on this one. This is bad. This is bad. Just take this game out back and shoot it, dude. Oh my god. That's enough for me. She said the aliens is colonizing a strong black woman. Let's rinse our palate with some Atlas. Let's see if they can sell me on this game, because a lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to play Metaphor. How do you pronounce this? Metaphor ReFantazio? How you say this shit? This shit sound mad Italian, bro.
Autumn is the perfect time
Karen Freeze is crazy, right?
and devote hours to Atlas's new Persona spinoff. Here is everything you need to know about Metaphor ReFantazio.
At least it's more successful than Concord. Is it? Is it? I don't know if that's a fair argument. Just because it's still online doesn't mean it's more successful. That means WB is just too hard-headed to turn the game off. I don't know if it's more successful.
Metaphor takes place in the kingdom of Uchronia,
There's a 5-hour demo? God damn, is it good?
Assassinated. With no living heirs to succeed him, the kingdom has become a land of chaos.
Another 100-hour game I know you ain't about.
People knew
Lord.
the prince was still alive. Just cursed. You play as protagonist, a nameless boy from the Elder tribe who was labeled tainted by religious leaders.
How's the combat?
Because they think you inherited dangerous magic. It's up to you and your fairy companion to lift the deadly curse off the prince. However, in order to do that, you must first take part in a royal tournament for the throne that has broken out. And why risk your life for the sake of a prince of a kingdom that cast you aside? Well, he's your childhood friend.
Shout out to Reese's with the sub.
Metaphor is an RPG that blends turn-based combat with real-time action. In the
Interesting.
daytime, you'll go on quests, dive into dungeons, and discover various treasures. Nighttime is when you'll strengthen relationships and increase your virtues. Let's talk more about combat first, which can be best described as a mix between Persona and Shin Megami Tensei.
Is this coming to the Switch? I feel like this is a game I'd enjoy on my Switch just laying in the bed. I don't have a Steam Deck.
However, there is one big change from those games, a real-time combat system. This system grants players bonuses, such as reduced enemy health and strike first if you successfully attack an enemy out on the field. Both Persona and SMT
you're right, it will
have
blow
a
up the
bonus
Switch.
like this, as you can sneak up and attack an enemy to
Get a
gain
Steam Deck?
advantage.
I regret not pulling the
But
trigger
it's a
on the
much
sale.
larger part of
I'm not buying it now. I'm not
Metaphor
buying it
thanks
full
to those
price.
Perks and the fact that you can quickly eliminate weaker targets without having to enter turn-based combat. Also new to Metaphor is the archetype system, which is not as similar to the Persona system as you may think. Rather than summons,
I got excited because I bought this I bought the Backbone, and then I was gonna use it to use the PlayStation streaming and the Steam Link streaming, so I could stream PC and PlayStation games to it, like to my phone. But shit uses USB-C. It's only for new iPhones, so I wasted my fucking money. I gotta take the shit back. What about the PlayStation Portal? The reviews are good on the PlayStation Portal. The problem is that shit is like $300 and it only works for the PlayStation. So if I'm gonna get a streaming device, I'd rather get the Steam Deck because it works with PC and PlayStation.
are essentially job classes.
And I can play
that
games
are
natively.
unlocked both as the story progresses and as you increase your bonds with various characters. According to P Studio, there are around 40.
Wait, what iPhone
to
you got?
experiment.
I got a 13.
And whereas Persona allows only your main character to shake
not a
up their
Steam Deck on
skills
eBay? I'm
and
not buying
permits
that.
them to do so mid-battle,
I'm not
all
buying
of
no used
Metaphor's
Steam Deck.
party members are able to change classes, but can only do so outside of battle, in a valet room-like location referred to as Academia. Outside of combat, the similarities between Persona and Metaphor truly shine, as it features 3 familiar and beloved systems that cement the social sim aspect of the game. Royal virtues are the new social stats.
There is a version for the
while
iPhone?
Followers are essentially
the older one. I'm
same
not buying
as
it.
social links.
Take this shit back and
Considering the
take my
game's
own.
main objective is to gain enough renown to become king, these systems feel completely at home, especially the followers portion. As you travel across the kingdom of Uchronia, it is vital that you form connections not only to the main character.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this game looks good, but I can't stomach it. This does look like another 100-hour game. Looks super deep, like you're gonna get your money's worth, which I respect, but I'm not. I don't know if I can mentally handle one right now. This is a game I'd probably get maybe if it gets good reviews, maybe like when it's on sale. But I can't stomach it. I can't stomach another 100-hour game right now. I still never beat Final Fantasy Rebirth because it never fucking ends. Sounds like Nino Kuni 2. Nino Kuni. Etheria Restart. What is this? This is my story. They already said it's as long as Persona 5. 200 hours. Oh my lord. Is this a gacha game? Anime titties! What kind of game is this? This looks like some type of gacha game. This is a 9 to 5 video game. Yeah, I want to play that Zelda too. That's another 9 to 5 game. Right? That's why you ain't doing no game reviews. No, I'm burnt out on game reviews. I'm moving away from that, making more evergreen content. I want to get back to, because it sucks the joy out of games. I want to get back to just playing games at my own pace, enjoying myself. And if I can find a way to incorporate a new game into a video where it makes sense, I will. But other than that, I'm done. I'm retired. Also, in my opinion on games aren't that respected anyway. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to constantly say, you know, I was right about this. I was right. Oh, everybody calls me a hater until I'm right for the millionth time.
Thank you, Simon. Hey, Victor.
Unreal Engine Mega Lights tech demo. Let's see.
Let's jump right into it.
Metaphor's going to be on Game Pass? Really?
In the future, we start with the user, asking ourselves how the tools and the tech
Shout out to Manny
get
with
out
the
of their
sub.
way as they bring their ideas to life. One challenging limitation for our creators has been the cost of
I appreciate it, JT.
To that end, we've developed new technology.
Yeah, get to it.
Something new to discover.
What about reviewing games you really liked?
I first wanted to
at one point I was really passionate about sharing my opinion on games. And I felt like I was seeing a good return on that, but like I'm not even seeing a good return on it, so it's not really worth it. Market shifting. But also I'm just not passionate about sharing my opinion on games anymore. I won't say anymore. Like I'll do it on stream, but like in a formatted manner, because like that takes time. But then again, I think it's because I'm getting older. I don't feel the need. Like my girl said the other day, she's like, you don't really tweet as much anymore. I was like, to be fair, I didn't really tweet a lot in the first place. But I get on the internet to entertain people, educate, and then I get the fuck off. I don't feel the need to share my opinion on everything. This is the most talking I do all day on stream. Like, I just don't care. Like I'm the antithesis of the average content creator, basically.
We've also partnered with
if somebody asks me my opinion on something, I'll give it to you. But like I don't feel the need to comment on everything.
You can soon find many of these assets on our new Fab Asset Marketplace.
Nah, who cares? Just new lighting and shit. Let's see. What's this? What you link here? You and Aki are the same. They don't talk to each other. Yeah, because he's a dog. Robin's origin story, animated movies in the works at DC Studios, follows Dick Grayson and Jason Todd as orphan thieves who call themselves the Dynamic Duo, produced by Matt Reeves and James Gunn, not set in Reeves' DC universe. We'll use a cross between CGI animation and stop motion. I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck about Robin. I think he's a loser. Like Red Hood's cool, Nightwing's cool, but I just lied. Wait, what? I don't really care about the origins of Robin. Like, I don't know. Why that nigga in the cave with a 40-year-old man all the time? Was Batman at the Diddy parties? That's what we need to investigate. Let's see. Kong Survival Instinct. A 2D platformer? He was hosting him. He was at the Gotham flavor parties. This is different. Why is he fighting a big ass spider though? All you do is hide? You okay? You seem down? I'm not down. What? I'm not down. I'm fine. Surviving Cleveland. Different, but not interesting. Let's see. Predators Hunting Grounds. Who's playing? He was waiting for you to ask if he's down. I just got a haircut, nigga. I'm great. It's hot as shit in Cali. It is. It was 90 something yesterday. Oh, this is not a new game? This isn't a new game. Ain't this shit like a few years old? Good. PS4 game alert. Yeah, we don't play those. good off this too. All right, that's enough of the sub box. Let's get on. I'm gonna get on. What's that joint? Astrobot for a little bit, maybe till like 5:30. I'm not gonna stream much longer because I got something I gotta do. Damn, you're not kidding. This is the last thing I'm gonna look at. The Joker 2 is tracking to open at 140 million worldwide. The budget is 200 million, around 4 times as high as the first film. Would be 100 million less than the first global. Tracking. The movie come out this weekend? When does this movie come out? Joker 2 release date. What the fuck? Oh, it comes. Oh shit. This shit come out this weekend. I didn't even know. Maybe I'll go see it this weekend. Yeah, you see the Metacritic is sitting at a 50%.